Okay. Yeesh. Alright. Let me refresh the chat. Let me see. It looks like it's still trying to drop frames a lot. Let me check my settings again. I don't think I changed anything. Alright, well at least let me seems stable? Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay. Let's see. Hope the egg bubble will pop and furries will be the ones to thank. Amazing. When grandma makes a new batch of cookies but it tastes terrible and you ask her what she did differently and she said, oh, it was made with AI. As you notice, the raisins are blurry and merging with the chocolate chips. That would be so wild. We back? I think so. It keeps... the frames aren't bouncing back and forth as badly. Ooh, we went down to 900. Went up to 2000. What the heck? I don't even have it set to 2000. Is Twitch glitching? Is Twitch down? Something trying to download in the background that I do not know of. That's not to my knowledge. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna see what the down detector says. I mean, an hour ago there's 21 reports. It might be on Twitch's end. Hard to tell. Okay. Here's the official Twitch status. Says all systems are operational. Okay. What the heck? Let's see. Okay, well... how is it looking? Got the loading wheel for half a second, then back. Multiple streams in the background, they seem stable for the most part. Okay, so yeah. Unfortunately then, I guess I have to not stream. Seems fine for now. Yeah, for some reason I keep seeing it bump to 900 and then back to what I set it. Keeps going, yeah, keeps flipping back and forth between like 1,000 increments. So, Alright. I'm gonna try to, keep an eye on it. I'm gonna try to continue as we are. If it becomes, yeah, if the frame drops, because like I say, I keep seeing it go up and down, up and down. If they're too distracting, let me know. And then maybe we could try. I don't know about trying again tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I have to call my ISP again. Oi, oi, oi. Sorry to hear those stream troubles. Yeah, just one of those things like, I don't know. What? And I guess I know it's not Restream's issue. I lowered the kilobytes. Just a little half-second lag thing again. It's been 3 minutes. Is that too distracting? Because yeah, if it is too jarring, then maybe gotta call it quits. I'm gonna double check and make sure I have the VOD saving thing. I remember. Gosh, the Twitch UI is so unintuitive. Would it be in stream? Disconnect protection. Okay, yeah. We got that on. Oh, I didn't change any settings. I was just looking at stuff. Yeah, no settings have been changed. Yeah, okay. That's weird. Yeah, I do not understand. I actually haven't seen that before. It goes like... It keeps bouncing from... It's like... 1,4,000? Or I guess in some cases it's like 9,000 kilobytes, and then it jumps like to this, like consistently. And I don't even have it set to go to 1900 because that's too high for what I'm doing with my internet. But I will try. I'll try. All I have to do is draw this arm, color a couple things. Maybe we'll be fine. Okay, now I'm no longer the only person dealing with this issue. Okay, I've seen others mention this. Like now, or because you said you had a couple other streams open, so I wasn't sure if that is like in real time. Yeah, one of the weirdest ones was when I was only streaming to Twitch, like not with Restream or anything, and I had everything set for 720, but for some reason in the VOD it said it was at 1080, and I was like, what? Oh, but you think it's not a Twitch issue? Okay. Yeah. Alright, well. I will... They wouldn't by chance have had any solutions to that, have they? It's also been a while since I reset my router, so... Maybe it was time. I think yeah, no, okay. Cigarette. Nope, it just magically works them again. Okay. Weird. Yeah, diagnosing internet things. There's just too many factors. That's hard to fix. Well, thank you for y'all's patience. I know this isn't very ideal. It was bound to happen. It's been a while since I've had internet issues. Whoa. Wait. What's going on here? This is the reference. The older hand. No worries. I appreciate y'all. I just realized how tiny Angus's hands are in comparison to Bee's. Must shrink even more. Apparently some people blamed sharks for affecting fiber optic cable because they're biting into some of the cables in the ocean. But apparently it's like 1% or less of the issues they're actually causing. It was just a really sensationalized article. I mean, who doesn't want to write about sharks biting the internet? Thanks, sharks. Can't stick around for as long as usual today, but getting to see some Slay bee drawing is perfectly enough. Well, thank you so much. Have a good one, Dante. Great chatting about the owls. I just realized probably wouldn't go like that. I'll do that instead, wouldn't it? I don't know if B would be taller than Angus. Another kind of... Angus is at an angle. That's fine. Honestly, yeah, who doesn't like owls? Go to avian jail for not liking owls. When I picked possum, they weren't super popular. I kind of picked them because not a lot of people like them, and then all of a sudden it was like... wait, missed the opportunity to say who doesn't like owls. True. Yeah, poster owl Sona. Ooh, +2. I feel like B would be the kind of person to roll her own cigarettes, but I think they showed a cigarette with a filter. Ooh, this. Really, that color? This is dark. Fake cigarette fan. You're a fake cigarette fan for not rolling your own cigarettes. You can show your bird Sona again. Actually, think of doing some fan art of it. Oh, mine? Yeah, let me see. I could screenshot it. It's gonna be an ad that's gonna pop up in like 2 minutes. Or actually 3 minutes. I delayed them as much as I could. Actually, yeah. That's pretty much the idea. Yeah, they have like these funny, they have 3 fingers. Like a thumb, I guess technically a thumb and 2 fingers. And I guess they have a white stomach. Oh no, that's pretty much it. White stomach, gray back. Well, thank you. I'm very intrigued. Right, I was gonna make the Ankh less janky. Anything on this layer? Nope. Okay. Wanted to draw something different for today? Nice. Yeah, I feel like fan art is a pretty good way. Hence me drawing the fan art here. Are these all the same shade? Okay, let's see. They're all the same shade of black. They look slightly different, but... okay. Alright. Just a jump scare alert. Ads are happening in like 20 seconds. I've definitely been like jump scared by ads a couple of times, especially if the stream is quieter than the ads. The shape plays tricks on your brain, make you think they're different shades of black, right? I think I'm gonna try to make them different shades. Interesting though. I think it might be easier game-wise to try to keep a very limited color palette. I don't know. Yeah, because the one that's on her spikes and eyeshadow is like kind of a dark blue. I think I'd at least change the leggings into that. It's not super noticeable, but there it is. I think that should be it. A gradient? Oh, she totally has a gradient on her sleeves. I'm not gonna worry about that. The filter of a cigarette is usually... the little brown thing is closer to... I'm just gonna look this up. Clearly I've smoked cigarettes. Holding cigarette. They're just gonna be all white. Okay, there we go. I don't think anybody will be able to see it, but there it is. Wait a second. Bring B back. Okay, it looks like the drop frames calmed down a bit. Oh, no, there it goes again. Aha. Okay, nah. Alright, I think I'm gonna keep it this way. Okay. Okay, welcome back from the ads. Thieves. That's cozy. Are we on contrast? I feel like my art got better. I think May is the jankiest one. I like how Greg turned out. I feel like these proportions are just longer. But I don't know, I guess she's just a taller character too. I'm wondering if I should keep the shadows, because like I said, they're all standing on a different plane. Definitely feels like fall is just around the corner, 100%. Oh yeah, my stream time reset. I forgot about that. Do math then. How long have I been actually streaming? It was okay, a little bit over an hour. I think I'm gonna keep it this way, unless I'm actually wait. I'm gonna throw these all in a folder, see what happens. 1 hour and 15. Thank you. I'm gonna try to add a slight gradient on the characters themselves, but I might change my mind. I do like that though. With, without. Alright. Let that cook for a bit, I guess. I think. It looks great, thank you. I kind of want to do one like this with my characters. Like, similar, they don't have to be all on the same plane. But I don't know, just all of them kind of like in the same shot, I guess. Like, something that would be way cuter would probably be like a group picture. That's like more challenging. Love the background. Oh, thanks. I'm glad it works. Because I'm trying to think. Yeah, what would be like the major characters? Like a band album cover? Yeah, that would be like cool. But there'll be like a lot of perspective work to figure out. It would be a good challenge. Let me pull up another canvas here. I'm trying to remember what would be the main characters. Because I have 40 plus characters, but I'm like, which ones would be the ones that I was like, I feel like if we're talking about Sona's spicy, there's Nova, which is a deer. I have some nameless characters as well. I don't know. Right, I was gonna do my penguin Sona. Let's do that instead. Getting sidetracked here. Okay. I'm trying to think what they would be doing. A penguin in the autumn. I should save this. Penguin Sona. I don't even know what beak. I guess I should change my title too. No longer drawing a night in the woods. There's a face. I don't know if I'd like it. I'm trying to think. Like, gosh. Yeah, the thing that I struggle the most is poses. Like, the standard pose I got is usually like, I want to say kind of like a 3/4 pose. I did realize that Angus is kind of posing very similar to the raccoon drawing I did right before that. Yeah, so this is a standard pose. Just kind of. But I guess working from there. Which, yeah, the art skills you do, instead you just want to write badly. Hey, do the writing, okay? I mean, I wish I was better at writing. Like, I mentioned this before, I enjoy making characters, but as far as like plot, that's where I'm lost. Because I think it'd be cool to make a like a webcomic. Penguin. Sitting down. Think you're bad at writing? Writing, like, knowing whether you're good at writing is a tricky one, though. Because, number one, you have to have, like, somebody give you feedback, and I know it's so tricky. Either, I guess I call them beta readers, right? But also, like sharing your work. It's so tricky. I remember the DeviantArt days, they did have a section for writing, but it was harder to get attention as a writer there because less people would like stop and be like, all right, I'm gonna read this. But I feel like on like fan fiction sites and everything are probably better. Actually putting them down becomes a problem. Like, as in the motivation to put them down, or like once you put them down, you're like, ah, I don't like this. Oh, it's actually how you read your first fanfics. Yeah, I imagine there was probably like maybe a sub, like group. Ladder. Not liking them? Ah. Yeah, and like I said, or how about this? Is there something that you've made that you're like, I do like this? Or has it all been, I don't like any of this? I mean, at the end of the day, if you're having fun, that's the most important part. I feel like the legs don't make sense, actually. Take this as a base. Use it as like a... kind of like a paper doll, I guess. One story where you made a super good joke. Screw this, I'm gonna go look at poses. Also, reading. I feel like if you're trying to make stuff, it's important to consume the medium you're making stuff in. Because yeah, that's what I knew what one of my biggest weaknesses was when I was like, I want to write, but then I was like barely reading then. Most recent one, you think has a good start, but it's getting into the nitty-gritty details about the character and making his feelings makes you awkward. Yeah, since I haven't done any writing, I don't have any good advice other than doing writing exercises. And in some cases, this is one that I had a hard time getting behind, but I can totally see why it's a good exercise, is using prompts. And like, they could just be like short stories. That's just all practice. Poses. They're a good sitting pose. Maybe not. I just forget the penguin legs are so weird. Better rating feelings is difficult to Difficult trying to draw those feelings out in a longer scene. Yeah, someone who's not that good of a writer, I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to say. But I'm sure you'll figure it out. But for sure, checking out other people's work can help make sense of that. Because, like, I don't think I'd be the same artist if I was like, I'm not gonna look at anybody else's art. Let's see. Sad looking bird. The beak part can be tricky. How to beak. Big poof. Maybe not the looking down. Maybe looking off to the side. Looks so sad though. No pants. For example, the character in the story feels guilty for ghosting his best friends after an embarrassing moment. He's currently texting one of them and feels bad for lying to him about being busy to avoid them. And it's, is it awkward because you don't know what to add to it? Because I would say write out the scene and then just keep going with the story. I mean, you don't have to, like, make that scene perfect before you can move on. A lot of complicated feelings. Yeah. And something else that I've seen writers do is do, like, post-it notes. And, like, they would move them around for, like, different plot things. But yeah, like I said, I'm, like, not a good person to ask about writing advice because I haven't written anything in a very, very long time. Birdsona looks too juvenile. Oh, someone just talk about your ideas is enough to get inspiration. Oh, that's good. Can use obsidian to... Oh yeah, I've heard about obsidian. Also, there's something about... what do they call it? Analog stuff? That makes it more, I don't know. Like, I read this in a book that was about creating stuff. And they're like, start with analog stuff, meaning, like, if you're writing, start with, like, pen and paper or pencil and paper. If you're drawing, yeah, start with, like, pencil and paper. And then, once you put it to digital, for some reason, I don't know. Yeah, just pencil and paper, just... it's easier to get ideas out. Which is why you try to talk about them with people who like to listen to my insanity. I wouldn't call it insanity, it's just creativity. Using that for tabletop game ideas and some comics. Yeah, I've heard my DM uses it for for D&D. Maybe I should just hone this default pose. But yeah, the struggle is real. I mean, like, right now I'm like, I don't know how to draw this character. Normally don't draw birds. But we'll figure it out. Try to get about 10 pages in a Google Doc for uploading, but I think this one would be better a little shorter. Yeah, and the nice thing is that, like, there's no, like, right or wrong page count, word count. I've seen some people say that the beak shouldn't be this short, like, because apparently birds, their beak, like, goes farther in. Let's see. Eh, bird looks hilarious. But other people are like, it's style, you can do whatever you want. I don't know. And their beaks are weird because, you know, they technically wouldn't smile. Put a pin on that. Right, for pigeons, don't you, aren't you working on a story? I remember you asking for, like, title suggestions. Just don't want to be something that they fly through in 5 minutes, one chapter taking 10 to 15 minutes on average is a good pace, in your opinion. For sure. Still working on the background lore so the stories have consistency and controlled inconsistency. Hmm. What are your plans with it? Like, thinking of, like, making a book? Publishing? Just for fun? Hate stories with like 150 chapters, but each one is 2 pages long. Yeah, I have no idea why that happens. An anthology. Oh, okay. Is that like with other writers? Or like your own anthology, stories with different time periods and characters? In the grand scheme, the problem is the same. Oh, like the conflict? Something I took creative liberties with is, the feet. They look more like flying bird feet rather than penguin feet. But maybe I could change that. I kind of like it look like it gets wearing shorts or something like that. I think I'm gonna delete this sketch here. Alright, I'm gonna look at a beak tutorial. Just to see if I can push it a little bit. I think I saved one on Pinterest. Right, okay. So yeah, this one had a lot of comments like, it's all about stylization. I don't know, being able to push the mouth a little bit more might be easier. But like the penguins have like a pointier beak. Wait, I should look at a penguin skull. Kind of spoilers, but stories don't tell you directly. There's a feud between gods and from different realms, the Shattered Crown and Exalted at some point, where Nibiru and Ramina opposed to the invasion. They were almost killed and ran to other realms so they can prepare. Well, that's cool. So, like, various characters' stories. Right, penguin. Fur. Wait, really? They have long beaks. Might make it shorter. Maybe we should do a profile view. The gods from a Shattered Crown are using mortals as anchors. Some of them gain powers and start to create chaos. Most antagonists are anchors or related. There's a lot of lore in that. That's really cool. Okay, so I have this old profile drawing. Could probably... Beak is tiny. Get rid of that sketch as well. So mine's like just about a normal guy who's super awkward. Suddenly feel like you haven't done enough. I mean, is the conflict that he's super awkward? I mean, like, because it doesn't have to be super... Writing doesn't have to be super lore-based either. Just different genres. It's kind of funny, because I feel like with a lot of media, the main character is usually not my favorite character. And I feel like that's the case with actually a lot of people. So, like, the main character usually serves as, like... how to say... I guess tell a story, but, like... Actually, I don't know. I don't know enough literary words to fully express this. Long. Sad beak. At the end of the day, the protagonists are not doing whatever they're doing because they know, but they have to find one. Conflict is multifaceted. One part is about a guy, what the guy did to make it awkward, him trying to get over it and realizing he's not over it and trying to overcompensate on stuff as a result. Get rid of this one too. Got too much things going on here. Let me check again. Beaks are hard to draw. What the heck? Let me try it again. Try to aim for smiling, I guess. The whole point of the early conflict is that his best friends literally do not care what he did and don't make him feel don't feel it made their relationships awkward. Their relationship awkward. Oh, okay. Like misunderstanding. I don't know why I went with angry. I don't know. Maybe I should just keep developing this little drawing. See what happens. Wait a second. So when I draw Pro, let's kind of do this. Kind of like how this funky dude looks. For some reason I'm struggling with the penguin. No, they understand it. They just don't see it as big of a deal as he does. It's just really all in his head. But now the added guilt is that he's been ghosting them to avoid the awkwardness. Dang. Gosh, ghosting? Oh. I feel like ghosting has become very normalized. Or maybe it was always normalized, it's just more obvious now that technology makes this all more accessible. Kind of hard not to make this character look. Let's see. I'm a tough penguin, not a cute penguin. I just look tsundere. What would make a penguin look tougher? I don't think anything good. Full explanation. Feelings for one of his friends confessed her while drunk one of her parties, got rejected and dipped after a few months because he felt awkward about it. Also doesn't help him that other best friend did the same thing while completely sober later and actually had success. Dang. Oh no. This is why drinking is bad. Nah, just kidding. It's complicated as heck and it's digging you a hole. I mean, yeah, I would be stumped. Maybe it's the hairdo. So hard to look tough when you have like a big ol' fluffy neck. Wait a second. What am I missing here? It looks like the internet sorted itself out a bit, but I did say it was gonna be a short stream today. I'm struggling too much on the bird Sona. Honestly, I think that's part of the reason why I switched. I was like, drawing a bird Sona is too difficult. Just came back from drawing fan art. Came back to see more bird art. Yeah. It's a struggle though. Working it out. It's getting it down that's a problem. I mean real. For example here, I'm like, got the ideas, but the execution is not quite what I'm aiming for. That's why workshopping exists. I think the hair looks just too bowl cut-esque, if that makes any sense. Bird hairstyles. Oh, that's good they have a test reader. Yeah, that makes all the difference. Also finished the fan art, posted on Discord. It's a bit of a quick one. Let me open it up. Oh, wait. This is a TikTok. Hey! That's very cute. Let me bring it up here. Thank you so much. Amazing. Wait a second. Oh, okay, okay. Stream cut out 2 times? Dang. Thank you so much. I think I should, because currently on my toy house, this character is locked. I think I should unlock it because I'll share the fan art. Right? The hairdo is great. Oh, really? I feel like I talk about Toy House a lot, but I feel like a lot of people don't know what it is. I mean, it's not like because it's a closed beta, right? Yeah, I guess I'm not surprised. Okay, awesome. I will do. Yeah, because for a while I was selling adopts and like everyone who was purchasing didn't have a toy house. And I was like, dang. Wish I could like keep track of it. Like on this one, also like some hair sticking over here. What's going on here? I think because it was closer to what my hair looked like back then. Blah. Alright, well, an attempt has been made. I might have to come back to this later. I'm determined to make the Sona work, but I might have to have a couple design changes, or I don't know. We'll see. I really do like how this one did the full body. Alright, exit out of all my tabs. Any folks making art? A lot of people playing games today. Let's see. How many tabs do I have open? I had 4. But yeah, for the record, those tabs were not open when my internet was being weird. I actually didn't even have the browser open. For your toy house, you mostly draw your Alsona. I mean, that's the way to do it. It's better than character hoarding, which is totally not what I do. Couldn't be me. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I was planning on raiding. I think a good place to stop for this chapter would be shortly after the texting scene. Yeah, I gotta create a hook. Got any recommendations, Meowstachio? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I was like trying to figure out this bird character. I usually don't draw birds. I was like, wait, I'll put what I was working on before. I was like, this I was working on the Night in the Woods thing. I was like, this is more my comfort zone. Aurora. Hey, let me punch that in. Making emotes. Cool, cool. Well, thank you so much for the recommendation. The bird is the word today. Yeah. Found a bear lady art teacher. Right? Do tell. Yeah, just... Oh, you're saying, are you saying this about the streamer that you recommended? Wait, no, I don't want to do that. Get me out of here. Oh, he's talking about how there weren't a lot of Bearsona streamers. Okay, yeah. Amazing. Alright. Well, we shall go raid, and thank you so much for the recommendation. And, see y'all next week. Thanks for hanging out. Had a great time. Goodbye. Thank you so much.